SimTheWorld here. We are back playing Farming Simulator 19, the Alpine expansion. So, as you can see, we are harvesting Field 10. This is the contract we picked up last episode. I'm almost through. This is the one we're going to be collecting the straw off of. So I thought that was important to get to. All our equipment is off to the left there. I'm all set to go. Field 12 is in front of us. That one we also have to do. That's the contract we picked up because I forgot to borrow the equipment for these two. It wasn't the end of the world. I think we'll have enough time. There's something to note. Let me get to the end here. That'll be a good time. Dump the rest of the straw on the field. That way I can pick it up with the baler. So let me turn this off so it's a little easier to hear. So what have I been up to? Well, the weather was terrible. Yesterday it was like raining and thunderstorming all day. I couldn't harvest anything. I did a few fertilizing contracts to kind of keep the money flowing. Because if I'm not doing something, I'm just losing money. So we did get stuff from that. That was good. It wasn't ideal because if we come and take a look back at the weather, today we're good, and tomorrow morning, early morning, it's not going to rain. But by 6 to 9 a.m., it's going to rain again. And the issue with the rain when it comes to harvesting is, one, you can't harvest in the rain. But in addition to that, and there's a reason I'm doing this harvesting in the afternoon, evening. Once the crops are wet, you have to wait for them to dry to keep harvesting. So it's like a double whammy. Even though it stopped raining, I still had to wait all morning for everything to dry up. So it's not perfect. And that's why I say it's going to be cutting it close. It's in the evening right now, or late afternoon, I should say. And I still have to bale all this straw. We got to get it loaded over to the farm, and then harvest Field 12. All before it rains in the morning. So, as that does, what it looks like is we're going to be working through the night. It will be nice because we'll take the day off tomorrow. I think that'll be the last day of mid-autumn, so it'll be a good time to take a break anyhow. Kind of recuperate and come back for the end of autumn. But we have to push very hard today. That's what this episode's going to be. We're going to be harvesting, we're going to be baling the straw. We're going to have to transport all this stuff to Fellsburn. I'll probably wait till the end to do that. I already flagged down a train, so it should be at the train station. No issue there. I hope it stays and waits. I'm not entirely sure. I haven't needed the train before. Not this frequently. In the times where I have needed it, I did not understand how it worked. So this is going to be a learning experience. If the train will sit there and wait for us, if I'm going to need to track it down again. You see, we should be able, yeah, you can, I see the gas station. I can't really make out a train back there. It'd be way in the distance. So, it's going to be a harvesting day. Hopefully you guys will enjoy it, though. I do have to take that first trailer load. That's completely full. And this is the oats? No, this is barley. Barley. So we'll take that barley to the train station just in a minute here when I finish wrapping this up. We're going to have to take 2 trailer loads, but that's okay. It should all fit in one train car. Then we can focus on baling, followed by harvesting the next field. So once I get the grain dropped off for the barley, I'll probably start speeding through this, and I'll catch you guys up with the baling process. you'll notice that my driving should hopefully be smoother. I'm also going to see if I have a steering wheel set up. I believe it's the Logitech G20. Don't quote me on that. But the wheel is pretty squeaky, and I'm going to look into trying to get some lubrication for it. I know, funny. But, yeah, until that happens, I'm just hoping the squeaky wheel doesn't kind of come through on the video. This will be our test. Because although it squeaks, the driving is so much smoother as I drive straight over railroad tracks. And the steering is so much smoother when you use a wheel instead of the jerky mouse keys. Let's go ahead and dump this in. This will load up. I wish there was a drive in the back over there. I don't know why you have to, even just a path. We had to drive over the railroad tracks. Kind of a little weird. But it does look like the train will wait for us. It's holding up traffic, which is just delightful. Because I hate the traffic in this game. They are really not nice. They keep smashing into stuff. Let's see if I can cut this corner. That was... Oh no, not the sign. What's blocking us? No. Okay. Okay, that could have been worse than it was. So yeah, I'm not sure why the traffic is so aggressive. I'll have the harvester out in the road, and it'll come right up to the header and block me from turning. In real life, if there's equipment in the road like that, any sort of farming equipment, you give it some distance. I mean, I don't know how many times I've driven and there's dirt on the road or there's rocks because tractors have tracked it into the road, and you want to take it a little slower there. Or God forbid there's some manure, you don't want to drive through that. But let's fill up this trailer. I'll get this last patch done, and I'll see you guys as I'm baling. Do another quick baling segment, and then we'll quickly harvest that backfield. Welcome back, folks. It is getting pretty late here. I'm taking the last bit of canola to the train station. I'm not going to take the train up with this tonight, or I should say this morning. It can wait until we finish up the straw. I know I did mention that we were going to do the straw first and then tackle the second field, but as you could probably have seen, we finished harvesting, and that was mainly because, well, one, it's a little more interesting to see the harvesting, plus at night I thought it'd look good with the lights, and two, in my mind, we agreed to take care of harvesting that field, and there's no way we're going to be able to do that come tomorrow. After tomorrow, I think the harvesting for the season is done. There's just too much rain, it's too messy, it's all in all not going to work. So I thought it was more important we follow through on our commitment to finish the field rather than getting the straw for our own needs. That being said, we still have time to do that tonight, which I'm going to work on my own time. You guys just watched me take care of some of that baling of straw yesterday, or in the last episode, so there's no reason to come watch that again. You guys know how it goes. Not a big deal. But I do need to make a good push. Oh, I thought that was unfolded already. Okay. Yeah, there's plenty of time tonight left. I still have like 5 hours to get some bales made. And to be clear, maybe we don't finish it all. That's not the end of the world. All we have to do is get enough on the farm that we have stuff for the cattle for the next year or so going forward. This has really, really opened my eyes to our future. Because I was thinking, going down the road, why not buy up most of these fields and we can do that kind of work? But after seeing how difficult it is to line up times to harvest, especially on this map, there's so much rain, it's been so cold, things aren't drying quickly. It just doesn't make a lot of sense to me to do a lot of arable stuff. If we're focused on the dairy farm, that's what we're going to do. We'll buy a couple fields, we'll plant some wheat, we'll plant some oats, something that we can use for straw. But otherwise, it's not going to be really used for plants. That's not going to be our source of income. Which is okay, that's what we expected. But with that, I've got plenty of baling to do tonight still. If you guys have any suggestions what we can do going forward, we'll have an episode. Well, tomorrow, when I finish all this baling, I'm just going to take the day off. It's done. So that's going to be the first. This is the first full day. It's so late, I keep thinking it's different. But so once I finish this baling, I'm going to be done for today. I'll take care of the cows. But we'll come back in the next episode with the first day of the end of autumn. And we'll see what goes on with that. So with that, thanks for watching as I simulate my life, one game at a time. If you enjoy this video, please be sure to hit subscribe so you don't miss any of the future action. You can follow on Twitter for updates to future games being played, as well as follow on Twitch as I try to stream 3 days a week. Thanks, and I'll see you next time at SimTheWorld.